Hey guys, this is Kristen from HotMovies.com and Eden Fantasies, and I'm here with the beautiful Bree Olson. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
So I'm going to ask you a couple questions that I'm sure everybody at home is going to want to know. Okay. So starting off with the most important probably, what are you currently working on? What are you super excited about?
I'm really excited about The Surrender of O coming out. It's like the sequel to something that Carmen Levana had did for Adam and Eve. Mm-hmm. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's all about domination, submission, all that. So it's going to be really great. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we just had Roller Dolls release, which was a huge release for us. So it's all a lot of good stuff right now coming out.
Well, that's awesome. That's super exciting. And to get to more of the in-depth questions, what is your best piece of advice, of sex advice for women?
Wow. For women. I'm always giving it to the guys. It's like, what can I say to the women? I would say if you want it, then, and you're having problems with your boyfriend giving it to you often or whatever, it probably has a lot more to do with what you're doing outside the bedroom than inside the bedroom, how you treat him outside. If you guys are arguing a lot, if you're bitching at him a lot, then he's going to be less likely, you know, to give in to the things that you want in the bedroom. So I'd say that's the biggest piece of advice I have.
Awesome. Who is your favorite adult performer?
Yeah, I don't really have one.
You don't have one? You're equal opportunity?
Equal opportunity all the way. I love them all.
Awesome.
No discrimination here.
So, what do you think is the biggest misconception of women in the industry?
I'd have to say the intelligence level. A lot of the girls that get into the industry are actually in college at the time or are college graduates. So I would say that's the biggest thing. That's about it.
All right. So what is, or what was the favorite project, your favorite project that you've worked on so far?
I'd go back to The Surrender of O again. That's definitely been my favorite, and I had never really got to shoot anything like that before. I'm like the blonde, big boob bimbo, so, you know, they really don't put me for roles like that, but that's what I'm really into in my personal life. So it was cool to be, you know, chained up and whipped and all that stuff. I love it. I'm a dirty girl.
So what was the first porn that you remember watching, and what did you think of it?
Oh my gosh, it is so funny. Okay, there was this couple and they got a babysitter and they're like, okay, we're going to the movies, you know, be careful with our son, whatever, good night. So they left and she breaks out a big poster of John Travolta and lays it on the ground, and it's like the 80s, you know, it's like an old 80s porn, and John Travolta, and she starts like, she got naked and just starts humping his face, and I'm just like, if John could see this movie, it was so hilarious. And then they come back in the window and peek on her and they're watching her, and then they all like have a threesome on top of his poster. But you know, it was the only porn I could get a hold of, and you know, I was like so young, I'm like, so I just had to deal with it and, you know, make do with what I had.
Well, I wonder what John Travolta thinks of that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's so funny. It's so random.
So what is the best thing that you've learned, or the best advice that someone's given you in the industry?
Save my money.
Definitely,
yeah. A lot of girls come from humble beginnings in the industry, and then they go from making nothing, scraping by, to making so much that they don't know, you know, what to do with it. And of course, the first thing you want to do is go buy all the things that you've never been able to have. You want to go get designer purses and glasses and all that stuff. But it's like, just keep in mind, you know, spoil yourself a little bit. But a good thing of advice, I mean, I know girls can't save everything, but 50-50, you know, try to put 50 in the bank and take 50 and, you know, do what you want with it. So.
Well, it's definitely very responsible of you. That's awesome. So when you are, you know, out having a good time, what is your favorite drink?
You know, I'm not a big drinker, but when I do, I might as well go all the way and have to go with Jaeger. Just straight up Jaeger shots. No Red Bull needed. Just Jaeger. It's good stuff. But I learned about Jaeger on my 21st, so I'm about to be 22 now. So I've had a good year with the Jaeger.
It never does you wrong.
Yeah.
So when you're out having a good time, how many, you know, shots of Jaeger would it take for someone to take you home? Or, you know, if you and I were out at a bar, how many shots of Jaeger would you need so we could go home together?
Oh my gosh, you don't need any shots to get me home. That's probably the answer you've been getting all day, talking to a bunch of whores, but yeah, there you go.
So if we went home together and, you know, had an awesome night, what would we do in the morning? Would you still respect me in the morning?
No, probably not. I'd probably put my pants on and be like, "Jeez."
All right. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to, tell your fans? Anything that you think that they would want to know, or?
Definitely. I got my website, BreeOlson.com, that's going on. I do, all my interracial, my gangbangs, all that stuff. So if you're not really into all the feature-type movies with the storylines and everything, you want the hardcore shit, get down to BreeOlson.com. So.
All right. Well, awesome. Thank you so much, Bree, for being
Thanks,
here.
Son.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.